At the beginning of the film, we will be shown the final scene when Wade manages to save Vanessa from death with a timeline bracelet, and some time passes after that incident. Precisely in 2018, Wade returns using the timeline bracelet to Earth 616. Wade's goal go there, apparently to be able to join and become part of the Avengers, but unfortunately, the request was immediately rejected by Happy, who still served as Tony Stark's assistant.
In my career as Mr. Stark's driver, good luck.
6 years have passed. Wade decided to retire from being Deadpool and chose to work as a used car employee at Peter's place. For those who don't know, Peter was once a member of X-Force in the previous Deadpool film. And unfortunately again, Wade turns out he broke up with Vanessa. After finishing his usual work, Wade felt that someone was following him, and when he got home, he was surprised by Vanessa and several of her friends who turned out to have been there to celebrate Wade's birthday. But that happiness didn't last long, because suddenly, TVA troops came to arrest Wade and brought him to meet a paradox. For those who don't know, TVA is a time variant authority, an organization tasked with preventing the existence of timelines that are considered dangerous. But Paradox's purpose in calling Wade to TVA headquarters was not because he considered Wade to be a dangerous threat. Rather, Paradox was ordered by his superiors to offer Wade to move to Universe 616 where the Avengers live. That way, Wade can be part of the hero that he has always dreamed of. Without thinking, Wade agreed to move to the MCU universe, but what he didn't know, it turned out that the timeline from Universe 10005 where he lived would be destroyed, not only because the timeline from Wade's universe had branched off, but the anchor in that universe has also been dead for a long time, and the anchor we mean by Paradox is Logan, the Wolverine who died after saving his daughter Laura. Wade, who wasn't really sure if Logan could just die like that, suddenly broke Paradox's nose and stole the time pad to return to his universe. And to be sure, he dug Logan's grave, and after he saw for himself Logan had changed into an adamantium framework, he even complained about several things to the skeleton. TVA troops suddenly came, and a sadistic massacre took place with an adamantium skeleton as a weapon. After eliminating the TVA troops, Wade also decided to look for other variants of Logan from several universes. In his search to find Logan, we will see versions of several variants of Logan, starting from the dwarf Logan, the metal version of Logan, and what is no less surprising, we will see a cameo from Henry Cavill, who also became a variant of Logan. Until finally Wade found Logan, who he thought could replace the anchor in his universe. He quickly took him to TVA. But when he got there, Wade turned out to have brought a Wolverine variant, which was very disappointing and the worst in the entire universe. Paradox also says, replacing the anchor from another universe with the same variant will not change anything. Because of that incident, Wade, who was initially given the opportunity to join the Avengers universe, was finally sent to the Void with Wolverine, where disposal paravariants deemed useless or dangerous felt that his life had been harmed and sent to the middle of nowhere with the hilarious anti-hero Deadpool. The Deadpool vs. Wolverine fight finally happened. Snippet. Until the end, Deadpool tries to convince and promise Wolverine that TVA has the power to change and improve the universe they come from, and in this scene, several cameos appear to join in. Johnny Storm from F4, still played by Chris Evans, suddenly appeared to stop their fight. And not long after, several mutant cameos from other X-Men films appeared, including Toad, Sabretooth and also Pyro.
Sorry, what now?
Snippet. After a short fight and a ridiculous scene from Johnny Storm, the three of them are now taken to the headquarters of the Variants. On their way, Johnny tells them that the place they were in now was the void world of the trash of the Variants before they were exterminated. When they arrive at the headquarters of the Variants, we will see the corpse of the Ant-Man variant with a giant form which is used as a base for them. And there, we will be introduced to the villain in this film named Cassandra Nova. In fact, Cassandra is a variant of Professor Charles. He even claims to be Charles Xavier's twin.
I have a good feeling about this.
In that situation, Cassandra was shocked when she saw the Wolverine variant in the void, or empty space, and before Cassandra introduced himself further, Wade suddenly hilariously slandered Johnny Storm by saying that Johnny had told them that Cassandra was a megalomaniac with mental disorders.
I don't...
And that made Cassandra immediately kill Johnny right then and there. In that tension, Wade said again that he had to immediately find a way to return to the Earth where he lived to save it from destruction. At that time, Cassandra said that he could bring them all back, but it wouldn't happen. He did it because of him won't care about the world being destroyed. The bald man also explained to them that he had made a pact to live in a vacuum as the leader of the Variants, and suddenly,
I'm good.
I have to get my hands dirty.
Cassandra entered Wade's mind and planted the thought that Deadpool and Wade Wilson were not needed in the universe he was trying to save, and not long after, Wolverine stabbed Cassandra in the back. But unfortunately that wasn't enough to kill him. In that situation, the Alioth monster suddenly appeared, causing them all to run away. After the two of them managed to escape, Wolverine finally agreed to work with Wade and think of a way to return to TVA headquarters to improve their respective universes.
Well, technically you're chest fucked.
Long story short, the two of them met another Deadpool variant who introduced himself as Nicepool, and also his pet dog named Dogpool, with long hair and a mellow face. Nicepool told Wade that there are many Deadpools in this void dimension, which can be concluded, all Deadpools are considered dangerous or useless in all the universes where they come from, until they all end up in the void. Wolverine then asked, "Does Nicepool know where the border of this void is?" With her sweet face, Nicepool told them the route and also a Honda Odyssey is their vehicle. On their way, Wade suddenly became unsure if Logan's timeline could be corrected. Hearing that, Logan was very angry because he felt he had been lied to by Wade, who always said that they would be able to improve their respective universes, until in the end, a fight in the car broke out. After getting tired of fighting, they both fell asleep in the car, and unexpectedly, it turned out that someone suddenly came and took them both to a place. There, we will see the supporting main character, which turns out to be a variant of the previous Marvel, Themis Elektra, Blade, Gambit, and also Laura Kinney, who is Logan's daughter who has grown up. The fact is, it turns out they disappeared because they have been in the void and under Cassandra's control for more than several centuries, they then planning to escape Cassandra control. Hearing this, Deadpool or Wade, who always dreamed of a superhero team, fueled their enthusiasm by saying, even though they can no longer return or save the world they came from, they built a team to be able to repay what Cassandra did.
Everybody's working together. Who knows if you live or die, that sort of thing.
So far, they could still do it. They finally made a plan to attack Cassandra's base. At first, Wolverine wasn't interested in joining them. But when night fell, Laura came over to him. Logan told him about his life story, and he said that you had chosen the wrong person. Hearing that, Laura answered, Wolverine is always the wrong person, until the end, he is the right person. Because of this, Wolverine finally joined the team to carry out an attack on Cassandra Nova's headquarters.
What Kevin's trying to say is getting Juggernaut's helmet.
In their plan, they will take the helmet that Juggernaut wears as a weapon to fight Cassandra, because the helmet can block and reflect psychic powers. If they can put the helmet on Cassandra, while Wolverine and Deadpool are tasked with dealing with it. Cassandra and looking for a loophole when he was careless. Snippet. Until the end, when Cassandra thought she had mastered Wolverine's mind, Laura suddenly came and threw the bag containing the helmet to Wade and put it on Cassandra's head. In Cassandra's helpless state, Deadpool threatens to kill her if she doesn't open a portal to take her back to their universe, but suddenly, Pyro came and shot Cassandra at close range. In fact, Pyro is a spy who has been working with Paradox all this time to be able to control and monitor Nova. Realizing that Paradox and the Time Ripper are a much bigger threat, Wolverine finally decides to remove the helmet that blocks Nova's powers on the condition that he can bring them back to Earth 10,005. By agreeing to these terms, Wade finally took off his helmet, allowing Nova to recover from the gunshot wound.
Brother loved you.
Then he opened a portal to the Earth where Wade lives with the sling ring he got from Doctor Strange.
I do owe you.
However, after they managed to return to the Deadpool universe, it turns out that Cassandra also followed them. It's not without reason that Nova decided to go out to find out more about the TVA and why Paradox broke his promise and intended to kill her. And when he enters Paradox's mind, he learns all about the Time Ripper and intends to use it to erase all timelines and unite them into a void or empty space under his control.
Don't worry, I called some friends to make sure we're not.
At the same time, all the Deadpool variants suddenly appeared. It turned out that they had all been assigned Cassandra, to be able to restrain Wolverine and Deadpool at all costs. And in this brutal fight, we finally got to see Wolverine's iconic mask, which Logan had only been using all this time. Until finally, Peter suddenly appeared in a Deadpool costume and tried to stop the fight.
With me. Oh no.
Knowing that every Deadpool in the entire universe has a Peter. Finally, the fight was just like that. After that, the two of them immediately headed to the Time Ripper location to stop Cassandra. Paradox, who has no other choice, shows what Cassandra will do to Wolverine and also tells him how to stop it, by pulling out the matter cable and connecting it to the anti-matter tower, but this will risk making his body shatter into pieces. Even mutants with regenerating bodies will not be able to return safely. In the end, Wolverine made that decision. He told Wade that this was his moment of atonement, and hoped that Deadpool can return with his family. But when Wolverine is about to enter the room, Deadpool suddenly comes to beat him and pull him out, and he says that he is the real savior of Marvel.
Because I'm Marvel Jesus. Yes, they do.
However, when Deadpool was trying to pull the matter cable, Wolverine tried hard to get in to help him. And just before the entire timeline was absorbed by Cassandra, Wolverine managed to get in and grab Deadpool's hand. By connecting matter and antimatter through their bodies, the timeline was finally restored, causing the Time Ripper to be destroyed and along with Cassandra. Miraculously, Wolverine and Deadpool, apparently they survived. After everything ended, Hunter B-15 suddenly came to them to catch Paradox and tell them that the Universe 10005 timeline had recovered. And he also said, what they have done up to now, turns out to have restored and made all the universes regenerate. In other words, the Logan universe which was destroyed, will recover by itself. At the end of the film, Wade invites Logan to come with Laura to her birthday. Maybe with the help of TVA Laura can get out of the void. In conclusion, all timelines from each Marvel universe have now returned to normal and will recover by themselves. And the Deadpool really has entered the MCU, maybe it will make him join the Avengers in the future.